10 virgins. 5 had their oil, 5 did not. The bridegroom showed up, and the 5 that had their oil were ready to go. The other 5 said, give us some of yours. And they're like, no, we only have enough for us. You need to go into the town and get your own. And they did. When they came back, the door was closed. The bridegroom said, so sorry, this is not happening. Hi, Trudy Behrman here of TrudyBehrman.com, host of Debt Free Wealth Radio. I'm going to talk to you about sharing. And as Christians, our hearts tend to be very generous, and we really do want to share. But, there was a valuable point in this story that I want to make. The 5 virgins that had their oil were not sharing to the detriment of their own ability to be ready to do what they were set to do. Let me say that again. They were not sharing to their detriment of being ready to do what they were set to do. Now, this is very important because sometimes we are faced with a decision where we're going to give up something that we have for someone else, but it puts us in a position of lack and of want, and probably in the very same situation that we're saving the other person from. Now, there are times when that's very appropriate, especially if it's our own children or spouse, whatever, and that sacrifice is absolutely worth it. But there are times when it's absolutely not appropriate. There's another story in the Bible, and the Bible talks about the servant who had 2 coats and was able to share the one. Guys, this is why I talk about being a profitable steward, not just a steward, but a profitable steward. We are truly mandated to take what is given to us and do something with it and generate more on top. When we generate more on top, we're put in a position that we can give and give generously, because I want to tell you, it's not too hard for you to understand that when somebody asks you to give and you're giving from a place of lack, then we truly are in a situation. Now, if you're giving unto God with the anticipation that you're seeding into something, that's a different story, and that we'll explore at another time. But what I'm talking about is just that general giving just because someone asked. If you're not led to do it, if God has not specifically said, go do this, and someone just came up to you and asked, like in the story of the 10 virgins where the other 5 said, hey, give us some of yours. No, they all they were supposed to be ready, and they failed to do what they did. They were negligent. They were lazy. Okay, so those of us who are hardworking, we're not necessarily having. It's one thing to be generous to someone who needs generosity. The children, the handicapped, the old, the elderly, the people who are in true poverty. But the person who is lazy and negligent, and they didn't do what they needed to do, and then we're supposed to turn around having worked so hard and just give it to them. I want to suggest to you that the story of the 10 virgins says no. In fact, the Bible has a lot to say about lazy servants, and even in the story of the talent, when the master gave the steward the 1 talent, he took it back to the grave, or he buried it, and the master said, you wicked, lazy servant. There is something about laziness that is not tolerated. So those of us who intend to be generous, we are to be generous, but we're to be generous like the Good Samaritan. This was somebody in true need. And when there is true need, our hearts are in a completely different place than when the person who is lazy and negligent says, here, I know you did your thing, I slacked off, but you still share yours with me. It's always a mindset, and God always sees the heart. So I really think this is about the heart. So guys, I just really wanted to take this story and make a point about generosity and sharing. As a profitable steward, we need to not be lazy like the servant who had the 1 talent and literally went back to the grave with it and said, here, God, I know you gave me skills, interests, talents, passions, but I did nothing with it, and here I am buried in the ground, right back up in heaven. Let me in just because I'm just because. That's not quite how it works, guys. So we are not to be lazy, wicked servants. We are to take that which has been given to us and make a profit. And then when we have that profit, we're are able to share and to share generously. We're able to give to those who need it. And I truly believe that we are to have the two coats. We are to have the 30, 60, 100 fold so that we can share, not just so that we can have a nicer lifestyle. Nothing wrong with the nicer lifestyle, but I really think that being a profitable steward is also about being in a position to share. So I just wanted to share that with you. Trudy Verman here of TrudyVerman.com. I'm super simple to find. If this video was of value to you, I'm going to ask that you subscribe to my channel. And below in this video description area, I'm going to put a link to one of my courses because, guys, the Bible is, oh my gosh, the most relevant practical guide to success. And that's what becoming a profitable steward who enjoys debt-free wealth is all about. So check out that link. Be ready to participate in what God is about in and about your space. And, like, comment, share. And I'm super simple to find at TrudyVerman.com. And I look forward to connecting with you.